Are you ready? Let's go!
Don't you sometimes just want to talk about everything? You know, there's days when you can just talk about anything. Need to sit back and chat about nothing at all? Nothing But Julie, coming at you with fun and creative topics and interviews.
Did you hear Julie's podcast? She's got the greatest topics.
Come join the chat about everything, anything, and nothing. So unwind and tune in to Nothing But Julie. Great topics and cool interviews with some pretty awesome people. And now, without further delay, here's Nothing But Julie.
Well, hello there and welcome. This is Julie Schrager and this is my podcast, Nothing But Julie. Welcome, 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 and thank you so much for joining me. As you know, that my podcast name has changed from Yada 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 to Nothing But Julie. Same person, different name, pretty much, same content. So thank you for joining me. And welcome to 3 Minute Thursday. And I've prepared a little snack for you all today. I interviewed a woman by the name of Marsha Badger from a podcast, Introvert in the City. And because it's a small snippet, I don't want to talk much about Marsha, as in the interview you will hear mostly about who she is and why she started her podcast and what her podcast is all about. And I think that you will find her to be just as fun and energetic and witty and cool as I did. So, without further ado, here's Marsha Badger from the podcast Introvert in the City. Enjoy. Well, hello and welcome to 3 Minute Thursday. I would like to introduce you to Marsha, who is the host of the podcast Introvert in the City. Hi, Marsha. How are you today?
I'm well, Julie. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for joining me. So let's just get right into it. Could you tell us a little about yourself and what your podcast is about?
So I am a native New Yorker, live in Brooklyn right now. I am a journalist. I write for a publication called Hello Beautiful, and I do a lot of freelance writing. My brand is Introvert in the City. I've always recognized that I am an introvert. I was in the fashion field before I launched Introvert in the City, and I just felt like fashion, while I love it, the people weren't too nice, and to be at award shows and like really great events and, you know, be an introvert just was counterproductive. Instead of enjoying it, I hated it. So I decided to leave the fashion world and launch Introvert in the City. And it's a platform for quirky women who are awkward, introverted, and there's a high emphasis on spirituality.
Oh, well, I love that. As a matter of fact, I'm an introvert and didn't realize I was an introvert until a few years ago. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. And I'm very spiritual. So I'm so happy to have met you. Are there particular topics that you like to discuss, or is there a favorite topic you like to discuss?
So the core purpose of Introvert in the City is to lend a voice to like underrepresented communities. So it's the people that no one's really talking about. It's substance abuse. It is, you know, I recorded an episode with two women from South Africa. They were actually in South Africa. And we were talking about femicide and just how, you know, women are being killed and raped at an alarming rate in South Africa. And, you know, so I like to talk about a lot of different diverse topics. But what's been really grounding my podcast is the spirituality aspect. So I do a new moon podcast every month, and you know I have a spiritual advisor on the show, and she gives a deeper insight to how to maneuver that particular new moon.
That's wonderful. So what inspires you, Marsha?
What inspires me? You know, I always talk about like what success means to a person, and it's going to be different for everyone. But really, success to me is when I finally have a house that has a balcony. So,
Mm.
and that's it. It to me it represents the work that I put in to buy this beautiful home and come home from work and sit on the balcony with a cup of coffee and the kids playing, in the yard and the dog and all that, the life. So what inspires me is doing what it takes to make that come to pass. What inspires me is helping other people and providing resources and, you know, connecting people to different things. I think a big part of my existence is to sort of just be a vessel
Mm.
and help other people. So I think a combination of the two is what inspires me.
Well, it's nice to hear that there need to be more people like you in this world.
Oh, thank you.
So I know that I had seen one of your posts on Instagram. So this question is going to pertain to one of your posts, which
Okay.
is, okay, are there challenges in your life that you still have to conquer?
Yes. Yes. Um, yeah. A big challenge that I have to conquer right now in the present moment is sort of getting out of my own way.
Mm.
Um, I'm the girl who piles a lot on her plate and then complains, when she's full. So it's really me trying to get out of my own way and recognizing like you wanted to build this brand and now you have to do the work, and
Mm.
it's a lot of work. But
Yeah.
this is what you wanted. If you want to change the world in the way that you say you do, then you need to shut up and stop complaining and get it done. So I think, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've got a little bit of an inner voice inside your brain telling you what you need to do, which is great. A
Yeah.
lot of people a lot of people don't have that. I have that as well. And it's really great because sometimes you just kind of need that alter ego to kind of just keep you going a little bit and
Yeah.
remember focus on what, the plan ahead is. So that's cool. Okay, can you tell the listeners what platforms your podcast is on?
My podcast can be found on Apple. It can be found on Google Play, Spotify, pretty much all the major platforms that have podcasts. And it's Introvert, the letter N, the city.
Perfect. And at the end of this, I'm going to leave all of your information, your Instagram information, and also all the platforms that you're on as well. So that is it for 3 Minute Thursday. Thank you so much, Marsha, for joining me today for this quick interview. I have to say I'm inspired by you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and a great weekend ahead.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Julie.
All right, take care.
Bye bye.